Hello guys, welcome back to my video. I want to show you guys my updated routine of how I make the best matcha ever. Okay, that was super uncool. I'm so sorry. The most perfect matcha ever. If you guys want to know how to make the best matcha ever, watch on. My setup is horrendous right now, so you get the gist. You need to have hot water, so I'm gonna fill this kettle up and gonna put it on the heat.
Bruh, bruh, bruh.
What the hell? How did I even do that wrong? Okay, now we'll be getting into the equipment you need to make your matcha. You can kind of substitute some of this here and there, but it will be nice to have everything prepared. So I usually have a matcha bowl. Really nice ergonomic function if they have a spout so it doesn't like go everywhere. You know, some doesn't come with this and it's kind of hard to pour. Kind of like that my matcha bowl came with like a little slot for your thumb here, and it kind of feels like really nice to pour as well. Also need a matcha whisk. You can also substitute the whisk for a milk frother. Results kind of vary, but in the end the result is more or less the same. It's just to dissolve the powders. I like to get like a normal cup like this so that I can soak my whisk with the hot water, and it fits just fine. Forgot what they call this, like a wooden spatula or something, but it has kind of like a curve, so can pick up the matcha powder, and then we're gonna sift this with just any regular sift with like fine holes will do. The sifter is kind of used to prevent any big clumps in your matcha which could affect the end result. So it's nice to have all this equipment prepared. And of course, you must have like a matcha powder, obviously. I like to use this from Nakamura Tokichi. This is a relatively new product that is called a matcha starter, so it's specifically meant for making lattes. You can kind of use any brand. Everyone has different tastes, so in the end it's basically up to you on what kind of matcha powder you want to use. I don't think there's a right or wrong, just what you prefer in the end, and I think this one is a really great brand if you want to try it out. I'm gonna show you this view so it's kind of more clear. I forgot that a scale is really recommended if you want like consistent lattes, consistent ratios all the time. This one is like not expensive at all, but it's nice to have, but you don't really need it. Like, you can eyeball it too. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fill the whisk cup with water so you kind of can soak it. This helps to open up the bristles so that it doesn't break too much while you're whisking the matcha. The worst thing you want is like whisk bristles in your matcha, so we don't want that. These are kind of my specific ratios. I do 5 grams of the matcha powder. It also varies on the amount of milk you put in. Like, obviously I'm gonna go a bit more if I want a bigger cup of matcha. It's gonna kind of look like this, and oh my god, can you see how vibrant and green this matcha powder is? And it smells so good. So I'm gonna sift it. Yep, it's really good if you could get your hands on a thermometer, because matcha powder is basically a tea, so it's kind of temperature sensitive. There are recommended temperatures of brewing your matcha powder, so I like to use a thermometer to measure the temperature of our water. I use 50 grams of hot water. It should be around 75 to 80. We got the good temperature, and then I'm gonna brew my matcha powder. You just add the water. It's gonna look like this, and basically you're gonna whisk in a M or zigzag motion. You're gonna do this for like 30 seconds. It's gonna be really quick. It's obviously a labor of love, and this is to make sure that your matcha is properly dissolved because we don't want no clumpy matchas. Oh my god, can you see how green that is? That looks delicious. Produce a very fine foam. Now this is like just my preference. I like to start to slow down a bit and kind of lift up my matcha whisk to disperse the bubbles. Look at that, guys. It is almost like glistening and such a beautiful color. You can kind of skip this step if you're not a fan of sweeteners and you want to enjoy more of the pure matcha flavor, but I cannot live without sugar, so I'm gonna add some honey to it. You can use other forms of sweetener like maple syrup or agave syrup. It's gonna be a hint of flavor of whatever sweetener you use, so just keep in mind. I like to go in with like 5 grams of sweetener. That's just my good ratio. Just gonna stir it with a spoon. Oh my god, it is looking so good right now. I like to add the sweetener at this part because I'm gonna let the natural heat kind of dissolve the sweetener rather than you add it into cold milk and cold ice. Not going to flavor your drink like evenly. I'm gonna grab my favorite cup. Grab a few ice cubes. Choice of milk you use is also going to impact the overall flavor, like how creamy it is. If you're gonna use low-fat milk, it's obviously going to taste different from a full cream milk. So I like to use this 4.3 deluxe milk. 4.3% of fat. It gives a rich and creamy body to my matcha latte. Same thing as if you were to use alternative milk, not impact the flavor of the matcha. Go and try out the different milks with different matcha powders. In the end, you still have to figure out your own ratios and the types of ingredients you use to make your favorite matcha. I am going to use 160 grams of milk. Oh my god, I'm so excited for this. I'll take some off by drinking the milk. Oh my god, this milk is the perfect kind of cereal milk, you know. Ah, so good. We can do everyone's favorite part right now, which is the matcha pour, and thankfully we have this thumb right here, and how we're gonna do this, guys. Whoa, oh my god. Do you see that? Oh my god, it looks so... Does that not look like the most wow ever? I am like obsessed. Everyone, you ready for the stir? Holy sh... Yo, I'm the matcha queen for a reason, guys. Oh my god, this is perfect. This is really perfect. Oh my god. Look at how green that is. I'm telling you, the best matchas I've ever tasted was obviously in Japan, and also the ones that I make at home, because you know yourself and no one's gonna make a better matcha than you. Cheers, guys. Let us do a taste test. Non-biased review. Oh. Oh, this is so good. Thank you guys so much for watching this random video. This is my matcha video 2.0. I hope you guys can also make the best matcha latte ever. The best part is you can enjoy it whenever you want at the comfort of your home. See you guys in the next one. Bye bye.